He was on Tennessee's top 10 most wanted list, and now he's in the Laurel County Jail. I'm Caitlin Setner, coming up what led to the unusual arrest.
Coming up, I'll have more on a local business trying to help a Lexington woman find a special keepsake of her late husband.
Coming up, sheriff's deputies say 2 people stole a car before crashing it into this Shell gas station in Lancaster.
This is WKYT News at noon.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Rebecca Smith in for Barbara Bailey.
I'm Bill Bryant. Here's what's happening at noon on this Friday. One of Tennessee's most wanted has been caught in southern Kentucky. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office has got a tip that Rick Brock was hiding out at his brother's house in London.
After his arrest, deputies say Brock assaulted one of them and tried to escape. WKYT's Caitlin Setner is at the Laurel County. She's in Laurel County with more on the charges he now faces. It's our top story at noon.
A very unusual case. A Tennessee man on the state's top 10 most wanted list tried to hide out with family in Kentucky, but when police found him, they found him behind paneling in the wall. Rick James Brock, at 51 years old, is accused of child rape and aggravated assault with a firearm. Claiborne County wanted him on 4 counts of each. Thursday evening, Laurel County police went knocking on Brock's brother's home in London, who denied him being there. After searching Mark Rasnick's residence, Laurel County's Special Response Unit found Brock behind a small refrigerator and panels. Police tell us they had no problems with the 51-year-old during the arrest, but it was during his booking when he put up a fight. He assaulted a police officer and then he attempted to flee.
He was being processed, and at the time that he was being processed, I guess he realized the seriousness of the charges, and he actually assaulted one of our deputies and actually tried to flee the building, and he put up quite a struggle with our deputies and finally was taken into custody and lodged in the county jail.
The Tennessee man faces multiple charges out of Tennessee and now multiple in Kentucky. In Laurel County, Caitlin Setner, WKYT.
Well, it is not clear yet when Brock will be transferred back to Tennessee. Elizabethtown police are looking for a woman who may have information about a Central Kentucky murder case. They say Victoria Lambert may be driving a silver Honda Civic with Texas tags. Lambert may know something about the murder of 22-year-old Wendell Jones earlier this week. Jones was shot to death Wednesday morning on Westport Road.
The search is continuing here at midday for 2 people who crashed a stolen car right into a Central Kentucky gas station. That happened about 2 o'clock this morning at the Shell on US 27 in Garrett County near the Jessamine County line. Police say the suspect caused thousands of dollars in damage. WKYT's Mike Byer has the latest on the investigation in this Crime Tracker report. Mike?
Workers are now fixing this entrance of the Rocky Top Shell gas station in Lancaster after a car came crashing through during the overnight hours. We're told by Garrett County Sheriff's deputies that the vehicle was stolen by 2 suspects around 2 this morning from the nearby Daycrest subdivision. Deputies say from there, the duo drove the car to the Shell gas station, which was closed at the time. As you can see in this surveillance video, after the suspects arrived, the driver backed the white SUV through the north entrance of the store. After the car came to a rest, the video reveals both suspects fleeing on foot. Now, it's hard to make out their identity, but deputies believe it's a man and a woman. They tell us there is no apparent motive as nothing was stolen. Now, the gas station owners tell us the damage is in the thousands. The same goes for the car, which has been returned to its owner. Meanwhile, employees tell us this has left them puzzled.
They haven't had any issues at all. From Rocky Top, it's a family-owned and oriented. The town loves them. It has to be someone that either has a regret or didn't know what they were looking for.
Now the owners of the gas station are offering a $1,000 reward for the capture of the 2 suspects. In Garrett County, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. And sheriff's deputies say several other vehicles have recently been broken into in the Daycrest subdivision. They believe the 2 suspects who stole the car this morning are responsible for those break-ins as well.
A Lexington business is helping a woman get back a memorial she made for her late husband. Nicole Briziel created the Little Free Library with her husband's books and following his death as a gift to the community. But it went missing earlier this week. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is live with more on a reward being offered to find the memory box.
Good afternoon, guys. This sticker is the reason J&H Outdoor is stepping in to try to help Nicole find her memory box. The local business is offering a $500 reward to anyone who can find the box. Nicole's husband died a year ago. In honor of what she calls his angelversary, she created a free little library. It's a box full of books that you leave outside. You borrow a book and return one. Her box had more meaning to her, though. It included books that were important to her late husband. It was also covered in stickers. One of those stickers was a J&H Outdoor sticker. When the company saw their sticker on her missing box, they decided to step in and offer a $500 reward.
It was very moving, and that's why we would really love to offer the reward so that the original contents come back, because obviously it was very sentimental and it really meant something to her. So I feel like that's the most important thing is to get the original contents back to her as it was.
Nicole originally posted about her missing memory box on Facebook on Tuesday. Since then, it has been shared over 4,000 times. In Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Thank you so much, Michelle. We certainly hope that she gets it back. Nicole's husband, Phil Johnson, passed away in January of 2015 after a long battle with brain cancer. Well, it is a chilly day in the Bluegrass with a mixture of sun and clouds, but temperatures will warm up big time as we head into the weekend. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is at our First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, and we're just below average for this time of year. We're there in the upper 30s, mid 30s at this moment. I think we'll finish off upper 30s to lower 40s later on this afternoon. So it's one of those days that is on the chilly side, but it's not extremely cold, right? So we go right around 40 degrees this afternoon. Still cool, and then off into the evening. Good looking evening. Really not that bad if you're heading out to dinner. But the focus of the forecast is this weekend and into next week. Really nice, much warmer. I mean, you'll absolutely love this weekend forecast, but let me tell you this. We get into next week, yes, we have a 70-degree reading in the forecast, but that usually bodes poorly there for the forecast, especially late January, early February. I'll explain that and show you if we have a severe weather threat on the outlook coming up.
All right, there's something to look forward to and then something to watch out for, it sounds like. Thank you, Micah. The Kentucky House has voted to amend the state's informed consent law to allow real-time video consultations between doctors and women at least 24 hours before an abortion. Republicans pushed for a version of the bill that would have required face-to-face meetings. The version passing the House, though, incorporates telemedicine into this politically charged issue. If the Kentucky Senate agrees to the altered bill, it will then be sent to the governor's desk. Kentucky's Governor Matt Bevin is accusing Planned Parenthood of performing abortions in Kentucky illegally. Bevin says the organization does not have a license to carry out the procedure in Kentucky. In a statement, the governor said, quote, "We will use the full force of the Commonwealth to put a stop to this."
This is just breaking news even today, is that Planned Parenthood is illegally performing abortions in Kentucky. This is just coming out, and if you're not covering it, you ought to be.
Planned Parenthood has opened up a new health center in Louisville in December. Its existence was only publicly revealed yesterday. Legislative supporters say the organization is in compliance with the law. Well, it is the final day of the Big Blue Slam, and the competition just couldn't be any closer, really.
Pretty tight.
Right?
After 4 days, Kentucky leads Florida by just 6 units. Donations will go to rebuild the supply that was hit hard during last week's winter storm. All donors this week will receive a Slam t-shirt and a chance to win a pair of tickets to the second and third rounds of the NCAA men's basketball tournament at the Yum Center in Louisville. That's March 24th and 26th. The Kentucky Blood Center will be open until 7 o'clock tonight.
All right, go Kentucky. And it's good to have you along. The final Republican debate before the Iowa caucuses was held last night without Donald Trump. We'll have reaction. It's next on Kentucky's #1 Midday News.
Also ahead, Oscar nominee Leo DiCaprio bonds with the Pope over protecting the planet. We'll have more on their meeting at the Vatican coming up on WKYT News at noon.
I moved to Kentucky about 20 years ago and didn't know a soul. And one of the first things that stood out to me was how welcoming the people were. They came up to me, they introduced themselves, they said, "You're going to love Kentucky." And you know what? I did. And I am proud to say that Kentucky is my home. When we say WKYT stands for Kentucky, it means that we care about the people and places that make this state so special. I'm WKYT's Jennifer Palumbo, and I stand for Kentucky.
Important message for women and men ages 50 to 85. Please write down this toll-free number now. Right now in areas like yours, people are receiving this free information kit for guaranteed acceptance life insurance with a rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. If you're on a fixed income or concerned about rising prices, learn about affordable whole life insurance with a lifetime rate lock that guarantees your rate can never increase for any reason. If you did not receive your information or if you misplaced it, call this number now and we'll rush it to you. Your acceptance is guaranteed with no health questions. Please stand by to learn more.
I'm Alex Trebek, and the announcement you just heard is for a popular and affordable life insurance plan with a rate lock guarantee. That means your rate is locked in for life and can never increase. Did you get your free information kit in the mail? If not, please call this toll-free number now. In the last month alone, thousands have called about this plan with the rate lock guarantee through the Colonial Penn program. And here's why. This plan is affordable, with coverage options for just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate is locked in and can never go up. And your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. See how much coverage you can get for just $9.95 a month. Call now for your free information kit. Don't wait. Call today.
Call 1-800-909-4488 for your free information and free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-909-4488. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-909-4488. Call now.
Welcome back into WKYT News at noon. The GOP presidential candidates campaigning today following last night's big debate, and Donald Trump, he had a benefit for veterans.
Right, not at the same location as the debate. Marley Hall reports on that now from Des Moines, Iowa.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie was one of the first GOP candidates back out on the campaign trail this morning, following last night's Trump-less debate in Des Moines. GOP frontrunner Donald Trump had bowed out in his ongoing feud with Fox News.
Let's address the elephant not in the room tonight.
He appeared at his own event about 5 minutes away. In Nashua, New Hampshire this morning, Donald Trump tried to rally more support.
You got to be tough. You got to be strong. You can't let them push you around.
Last night at center stage for the first time and running neck and neck with Trump in Iowa, Ted Cruz became a target.
Gosh, if you guys ask one more mean question, I may have to leave the stage.
This morning, Dr. Ben Carson gave his own performance high marks.
I had probably the least amount of time, but I think I probably had the most substance.
Some political pundits say Chris Christie gave a solid debate performance last night, but the New Jersey governor is way behind in the polls, and he'll likely have an uphill battle here in Iowa. Christie asked potential supporters this morning to tell their neighbors why he should get their vote.
He is the most tested person on that stage. He's the person who's most ready.
Voters like Roger Ettinger have been following events closely.
I hope it's not Trump.
The candidates have their hands full with last-minute campaigning this weekend, and the long-awaited First in the Nation caucus begins Monday. Marley Hall, CBS News, Des Moines, Iowa.
All right, we'll stay on top of it, of course. As you saw there, Rand Paul of Kentucky, one of the participants on the main stage last night. He spoke for about 8 minutes during the debate. President Obama told House Democrats that they have reasons to be optimistic about the November elections. Speaking at a retreat in Baltimore, the president said Democrats will win this year because the country is doing a lot better than when he took office. He cited progress against Islamic State forces and curbing Iran's nuclear program, as well as lower gasoline prices, 18 million people gaining health insurance, and the 5% unemployment rate. Oscar nominee Leonardo DiCaprio got a special meeting with Pope Francis at the Vatican.
The two share a common interest, saving the environment. According to Vatican Radio, DiCaprio gave the pontiff a book of art from a Dutch Renaissance painter. Their conversation focused on how they can work together to address the immediate need for major action to stop climate change. DiCaprio is a longtime environmental activist who launched a foundation in 1998 to support initiatives aimed at sustainability. Well, Grammy Award winner Carrie Underwood is teaming up with Carnival Cruise Lines to help military families. She'll kick off the year-long initiative in Jacksonville, Florida tomorrow during the start of her Storytellers Tour. Before select shows, military families will get to meet the singer It'll culminate with a special concert for service members on the Carnival Vista at the Port of New York in November. The program raises money for Operation Homefront, the national nonprofit that builds strong, stable, and secure military families.
All right, a popular thing to do. And the manhunt continues for two men who escaped from a maximum security prison in California last week.
We'll have the latest on the search efforts coming up in a report on WKYT News at 12:30.
Now starting to turn out to be a pretty good looking day. It's still a little bit chilly outside, but a big time warm up there for your weekend. And we even have 70s in their forecast. I'll have that coming up next.
It's the grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery at Burke Furniture. Southern Motion is the industry leader in power motion furniture, featuring the adjustable power head and footrest. The grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery. Just one more reason you're gonna love Burke Furniture.
This is a Morgan & Morgan medical alert. Xarelto is a blood-thinning drug used to prevent blood clots and strokes in people with an irregular heartbeat. Unfortunately, many Xarelto users have developed internal bleeding resulting in severe injury or death. The dangerous effects of Xarelto cannot be reversed by simply giving another medication. If you've suffered complications while taking Xarelto, call Morgan & Morgan or visit us online at forthepeople.com.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Lexington Overstock Warehouse is having our huge annual floor model sale. Don't miss this opportunity to grab new furniture and mattresses at a fraction of store prices. Save up to 80% off select display models. Come early to get your best selection. LexingtonOverstockWarehouse.com.
Meet the Moores. We're the Moore family, and as you can see, we needed internet that could do more.
We do more games.
And more streaming.
So we need more speed.
That's why we switched to Time Warner Cable.
Now we can connect more devices at the same time.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa.
Look at that.
Time Warner Cable even has an internet plan for us.
Get the speed you need. Internet plans start as low as $14.99 per month. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC.
To stand for Kentucky in a weather capacity is a huge responsibility for me because I feel like our climate is so unique and it can lead to so many different things. When weather conditions get dangerous and we call a severe weather day, I'm standing for everyone in Kentucky who can hear my voice at that moment. And that includes my family and everyone back home I care about as well. I'm WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, and I stand for Kentucky.
Kentucky, we hear you. There's more real news every morning on CBS This Morning. Right after WKYT This Morning, your most watched station.
It's the grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery at Burke Furniture. Southern Motion is the industry leader in power motion furniture, featuring the adjustable power head and footrest. The grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery. Just one more reason you're gonna love Burke Furniture.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Well, still a pretty chilly day outside, even though we're going to be close to average. I think we'll be just below that, but still close to average isn't all that bad. Lower 40s, actually average. 39 degrees there at Mountain Parkway, Lexington, Frankfort, off into Florence. In northern Kentucky, we're holding on to temperatures mid to upper 30s. But now we're starting to see some sunshine. Now these clouds are actually breaking apart. We get into the rest of your afternoon and we'll be roughly 40 degrees. I'd say anywhere from 38 to about 42. It's probably the best bet across the area. So it's one of those days that, yeah, it's cool outside, but it's starting to look really nice. That'll take you off into the evening. No problems heading out to any high school basketball games or out to eat. It's 37. You'll need a light coat, but at least nothing's falling out of the sky. So one more chilly afternoon, and then we have about 4 consecutive days of 50s, 60s, and we even threw in a 70-degree reading into next week. So very mild and dry this weekend. I will say this, Saturday has no chance of rain, but Sunday, most of your day is going to be dry, but I think late into Sunday, talking about right around the evening hours, you could see a couple of showers move on in. No big issues out of that. But that really gets going and kicks off our work week into next week, bringing us a stormy pattern. Now, I have showers on Monday. Big time warm air slides in here on Tuesday. And Tuesday being roughly 70 degrees in February, that's not right. You know, something's wrong about that. And the thing that's wrong about that is, look, we have a huge dome of lower pressure back toward the west. And what's going to be happening is the farther that it moves over toward the east, the better likelihood of pulling in that much milder air. And we'll have that. It's pretty warm there on Tuesday. And then it tracks to the north of us along with that jet stream. And boy, are we talking about a big-time system rolling through there on Tuesday. Tuesday is, no doubt about it, the day to watch in the next few days. Next few days are actually pretty calm, pretty quiet. There's really not much going on. The active pattern picks up next week. So we have about 4 days before we actually see anything move off into the region. So today, 40 degrees for a high. And then we hit Saturday and Sunday. Both of those days look good, and they'll feel pretty nice at 53 there on Saturday and then 57 there on Sunday. And remember, maybe some night rain moves on in, but these are just light showers. These won't really affect you all that much. Off into Monday, there are those showers moving on in, and that will give you the chance to see some rain involved in the forecast. But it's the Tuesday that we got to be watching very shortly for those thunderstorms moving on in. And those thunderstorms will be strong. I'm pretty confident in that, but you still got to watch out for 5 days from now the possibility of some severe weather. Not talking about snowstorms, not that type of severe, the other end of the spectrum, the other end that you typically see there in spring and fall when you get some of these strong to severe thunderstorms moving through. So it's going to be very abnormal. It's going to be a little bit weird there on Tuesday, being at 70 degrees, 65 to 70 degrees, and looking for potential for some severe storms rolling on through. There's a lot to talk about next week, but not so much the next 3 days.
All right,
next 3 days look calm.
Enjoy that and be looking ahead, sounds like. All right. Thank you, Micah. We're back on WKYT in just a moment. It could be a tough trip for the Wildcats when they hit the road this weekend.
The Cats are taking on 4th-ranked Kansas. Dick Gabriel's up next with sports.
And taking a look at stocks this afternoon, the major market indicators are way up on this Friday.
CBS Tonight, this pizza pioneer.
I've been a visionary for this industry.
Gets a slice of real life.
I hope he brought his big boy pants because he's going to need them.
But just.
This is a mistake, I'm telling you.
Can't.
I'm dying. You got to push it, bro.
Cut it.
I got news for you. I'm not doing this.
What?
I'm not risking myself.
I'm done with him.
New Undercover Boss, CBS Tonight, or stream it live or on demand.
She's alive.
That is definitely not me. Please don't do this.
Up to now, affording a beautiful smile has been, well, sketchy. So picture this. Doctors Durbin, Walks, and Garner are offering an unheard of offer. No down payment and only $175 for 24 months on orthodontic treatment. It's their way of saying thank you. Clear Choice Orthodontics is an elite provider of Invisalign, offers digital imaging, clear porcelains, and accepts most insurance. Affordable orthodontic treatment. Now that's something to smile about. Learn more at clearchoicesmile.com.
I'm Alex Trebek. If you're age 50 to 85, I have an important message about security. Write down the number on your screen so you can call when I finish. The lock I want to talk to you about isn't the one on your door. This is a lock for your life insurance, a rate lock that guarantees your rate can never go up at any time for any reason. But be careful. Many policies you see do not have one. But you can get a lifetime rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. Call this number to learn more. This plan was designed with a rate lock for people on a fixed income who want affordable life insurance that's simple to get. Coverage options for just $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. Act now, and your rate will be locked in for life. It will never increase. Guaranteed. This is lifelong coverage that can never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Guaranteed. And your acceptance is guaranteed, with no health questions. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information kit and read about this rate lock for yourself. You'll also get a free gift with great information. Both are free, with no obligation. Don't miss out. Call for information, then decide. Read about the 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Call this number now.
Call 1-800-440-4200 for your free information and a free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-440-4200. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-440-4200. 1-800-440-4200. Call now.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 104.5 The Cat.
All kinds of basketball tradition colliding tomorrow night in the Big 12 SEC Challenge as Kentucky visits Kansas. After the mashing of Mizzou, and they'll have to be at their best against the Jayhawks, smarting from that road loss to Iowa State.
But the bottom line is we're going through what, the vast majority of really good teams go through in a year, and we just haven't been able to respond in the manner in which we need to, at least when we played away from home.
It is Kentucky and Kansas, 7 p.m. You can listen on the UK radio network, see it on ESPN. 12th ranked UK women in Vandy last night in the Coliseum. Catch up 9 at the end of 1, but needed that triple by Janae Thompson to tie it at halftime. Tennessee opened a third quarter lead, but Alexis Jennings hit 3 straight field goals, and it went back and forth. This was a real problem, though, at the other end. Krista Reed getting loose. She's the top triple shooter in the league, opened for 4 trays in the fourth quarter, and the real dagger came from straight away as Vandy took a late lead. Now, the Cats made a big steal. Michaela Epps with the last 2 of her 25. Kentucky would end up getting 1 more shot, but Thompson would get caught up in the tall timber, and that was it. Vandy holds on 71-69 the final.
We missed a couple free throws, couple layups at the end offensively. Just a lot of stuff that we could have controlled. We didn't, stretch, and that's what got us.
Kentucky will be well represented in the NBA All-Star game. DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, John Wall voted to the team. Cuz averaging 27 and 11, the only player ranked in the top 5 in both categories. Karl Anthony Towns and Nerlens Noel will play in the Rising Stars game on Friday night. And tonight on the Big Blue Insider with that guy right there, Herald leader columnist Mark Story. He'll talk about the Sportsman of the Year, American Pharoah, and the Wildcats' voice, Tom Leach. That's at 6 on 630 WLAP. That's a look at sports on your Friday, guys.
All right, you're going to talk about Leach, or he's going to be there?
He is going to talk with us.
Oh, well, very good. It should be an interesting program. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, there's a lot more to come in our next half hour of WKYT News at noon.
A stolen ferret has been found safe after being taken from a Central Kentucky pet store.
Coming up at 12:30, we'll take you inside a Scott County courtroom where a woman who murdered her boyfriend is learning how many years she'll spend in prison.
Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, $56 million. Tomorrow night's is 90.